Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of a different video for you today. Bought a car for a quick fix and turnaround, so let me show you what it is. You've already seen the thumbnail, but let me show you a little bit more in detail. And here she is. It is a glorious Peugeot 308 in blue, 61 plate. It's not the most interesting car in the world. It's definitely not the worst car in the world, but it's not a bit of me. It was, however, very cheap, and it's very cheap for one reason, and that is this dent here. This car is normally worth about £1,500. This is in fair condition. It's got a few scuffs and scrapes on it, but these are about 1,500 quid at the minute with this mileage. 150,000 miles, 1.6 diesel, really economical. It's about £30 a year road tax. But yeah, this one's got a problem. It's got a big dent in the door there, which means we can't open the door. Something's gone wrong inside there from this impact, and we can't open the back door because the back door's opening onto that. So this was 300 quid with this damage. The idea is we're going to fix it and we're going to make a bit of a profit on it. Should be a fast turnaround. I'm not going to ask a lot of money for it. Maybe just try and ask £1,000. We'll go over costs in a bit, but £1,000 should be worth the time and effort I'm going to put into this car. We'll do it all out in one video. We'll smash it out. So without further ado, let's get this door open. So it doesn't work from the outside. It doesn't also work from the inside. The car's unlocked, as you can see. That is open, but I can't open any further than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the door skin off of this door, because there's no other way to get the door off. I can't take the inside of door card out because I've got the dashboard in the way, I've got the seats in the way, I've got a lot of stuff in the way, which means I can't get the door card out. I can't get to the screws because there's a couple down the bottom. So I'm going to have to open the door from the outside, which will mean cutting the outside skin of the door off so I can get inside it and I can manually open the lock. Once that's done and this door's off, then we'll get a new door on it. As you can see, I've cut a nice rectangle out of the door, and that's allowed me to get in there, have a look around, see if and why the door was not opening. For some reason, just me cutting that out and I think releasing the tension on the door a little bit has caused it to free up, and now it's opening perfectly. So it doesn't matter how we got to it, it's working, the door's opening. I can get the inside of the door off, I can get all the door card off, get the mirror off, and I can get my new door dropped on it and get all of the bits bolted back to that. So looking at the inside of the door, now I've never taken one of these off before on these particular model of car, but it will probably be as straightforward as it is on most models. I can see that we've got a couple of screws on the edges, so we're going to take those out. We don't have anything along the bottom. We possibly have something behind this cap, and we sometimes have something behind these handles. So I'm going to pop off what I can pop off, undo what I can undo, and try and get the door card off. I am going to need to keep this because the door that I've bought doesn't come with a door card. I've got glass, but I have no door card and I have no mirror, so I do need to keep this in one piece. I need to try and keep all the clips in one piece, not break anything, so I'm going to be super careful. Okay, found them all. So there's 2 on the sides. We pop this cover off, and we've got 1 there. We've got 1 on the inside there, and then we've got 1 there by the looks of it as well. So that is all of those out, and this door should free off. We've gone around the bottom carefully and popped all the tabs out. Like that. Door handles fell out, but that's not an issue. That's meant to come out by the looks of it, because my current door has got a new door handle on it. So we're going to unplug the electric windows. And that is it. With the door off, the next job is to disconnect the wiring loom down there and unbolt the hinges, and then we're free. A little bit fiddly, but we managed to get the door off. I definitely recommend doing this with 2 people if you have the option. It's quite a heavy door and it's quite fiddly to get it off, but it is doable, as you've seen. Clips are undone. Hinges are quite simple actually. All they are is just a pin that goes through the centre with a little sort of split ring on the end to hold it in, and that's all it is, holding the doors on. I will need to change the hinges over, so I need to use my hinges on the old door on the new door because it doesn't have any hinges on it, but it's not a big deal. It's only held in to the door with a couple of Torx bolts and a 10mm. So yeah, I'm going to get the other door out now. I'll give you a look at that and we'll get it back on the car. There's a new door. I was lucky enough to get one in the exact colour code for the car. It's a little bit cleaner than that one, but it is the same colour. I always recommend trying to find a door in the right colour from the factory because it's going to save you costs on getting it sprayed. Sometimes you might have to look for a little bit longer to find the right part, but if you can find the right part in the right colour, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier and it's going to make the job a whole lot cheaper as well. So this door was about £120. It's in really good condition. All it is a scuff on the trim there. It's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, I can't really use my other trim because that's all broken at one end, but it's a scuff on the trim. As I've said, I do need to transfer the mirror and the indicator over, and I will need to reuse my inside door card. Costs involved in getting this were about 50 quid, so we're looking at £170 for the door. We're looking at £300 for the car, so that's a total of £470. Not bad really. This car will probably get sold for about £1,000, so that is not a bad profit at all. That's one back on. Two back on. Last thing to do is put the check strap back on. And then hopefully the door will sit nicely in the hinges. Hanging the door is easy, it's gassing the door that's hard. So it's making sure that it's exactly where it should be. Okay, perfect. Let's see how it fits. and as you can see, it fits in there perfectly. I put the hinges on in exactly the same spot as they were on the other door. There is like a little guide, so you can do that, and it really helps. The lines match up perfectly, the colour's perfect, albeit this one's a little bit cleaner than this one, but when this is all cleaned it'll look the same. You'd never know that the door's been swapped. Yeah, last job, put the wing mirror on, and we can get some photographs, we can get it clean, we can get it for sale. Now swapping this mirror over should be dead simple. We're going to disconnect it down here. This cable runs up to the mirror for the heated controls and the folding and all the rest of it. So we're going to disconnect that down here. We'll try and do it with one hand. It's always difficult. And voila, it's undone as if by magic. We'll pop that grommet out and we'll let that through there. Flip the door over. Oh. Now with the door flipped over, inside here there's a bolt, and we've got to pop this cover off. So just very carefully, I probably am going to have to put the camera down for this because I'm not going to be able to do it with one hand. So give me a sec and I'll pop this off. That's off. There's actually a nice little groove in it there, which you can slide a screwdriver flathead underneath like that, and that pops this off really easily. Just got to undo that one bolt and then the mirror should come straight off. It's quite difficult left-handed with that. That's the bolt off, and that should just come off. A little bit of a wobble just to free it from its seal. There we go. Mirror's off. Got to pull this cable through. Let me use both hands again. Anyway, this cable runs down there to where I unplugged it earlier. Alright, eventually it's off. A little bit of fiddling. It was clipped in inside the door, so I had to pull that clip off without trying to break the cable. But it's off. Just going to feed that back down through the door, stick it on the outside, put the door card back on, job done. That just push this back on, like that. The door card goes back on the same way. We've got no broken clips on the inside, so it will go straight back on again. Just got to make sure we plug everything back in. So that's the electric window switches. There is some extra wire in here as well. I've just checked on the old door. This doesn't seem to go anywhere on both of these. So this might be for something like keyless entry, you know, the signal for that. But it comes with a little blanking cap, which I just took off the old door. That just clips into there, and then that will fix on to there. That's just to keep that neat and tidy and out of the way. Right, so it would appear we have to put the handle in first. Like that. That clips into its own little bracket. That then slides on the door. Right, I think that's that. Hopefully the pins will locate. They do. Just clip back in all the way around. A little bit of persuasion. Lovely. And then we'll just put all the screws back in for the bubble to come out. That bit of plastic cover just goes on there. That one just sits on top. Like that. I can hear the door working on the inside. We'll just check. It's all right. And that is the job complete. So that's it, all finished. A couple of hours work, but well worth it for the profit that's in it. I'm going to take some photographs of this. I'm going to get it clean. I'm going to take some photographs of this, and I'm going to get it all for sale. I'm going to aim for about £1,000. I'm not going to be too greedy. I'm not going to ask for too much. I think £1,000 is a fair price for this car. Other than the damage that was on it, it's actually in a really nice condition. It does need a good clean though. So if you've watched this video and you've enjoyed it, thanks a lot. I'm hoping to do a few more like this. I'm hoping to get a few more cars in and back out again and do a bit of work on them. Some will be more involved than this, some might be nice and simple like this. So stay tuned, subscribe for some more if you want to see some more, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video.